Yo, what's up, guys? Um, so I was gonna make it too longer on this to try to express my thoughts, but I think it would be best if I make this video. So bear with me. I'm not really used to being on camera, but I feel like this is best said uh, on a on a person base, so you see the emotion and passion I have for this. This is nothing about 5G. I will talk about 5G a little bit, but it's not really just based on 5G. It's more based on esports and what I believe it takes to be successful in esports, and why you shouldn't give up. Um, I've been seeing a lot of people quit, even people on my team quit, and it's very unfortunate. And again, um, I just want to put this out there because I'm very passionate about this, and I want to make this a career for myself. Um, this is from the outside looking in, because I do have an organization that, as of right now, it's not the most successful thing, but it is growing. We just started, and it has high hopes. So, um, I'm just going to put my thoughts out there, so whoever needs to hear it can hear it. Take it for what it is. If you agree with it, cool. If not, everyone's entitled to their opinion. These are just my opinions and my thoughts. Um, so basically, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of people quit, and it's very unfortunate. For some of you, I do understand your situation, and it is probably what's best for you. But for the people that are kind of just like iffy because people aren't believing in you, or you don't see success right now, I don't think you should just quit based on what other people think. Um, this esports, as a whole, is new. It has been around for a while, yes, but the amount of exposure that people are getting nowadays is crazy, man. Um, you can't take it for granted. You know, all of the little exposure that you're getting now, you have to capitalize on it. You have to, do the correct steps to make sure your brand is always going up, and never just staying at a standstill or going down. You always got to be, keep everything in mind, what you're saying and stuff like that. A lot of you are young. A lot of you are under the age of 18 and still have a lot of learning to do. I'm above the age of 18. I'm 23 years old, and I still have a lot of learning to do in this scene. Um, so, basically, you know, what I think is, I never had the support from my parents either. Some of you, I know that's kind of what a lot of you guys are quitting for, is because you don't have support from your parents. I didn't have it either. It's a very unfortunate position to be in. I honestly feel like I could have made this a career if I had the support from my parents, because I was pretty good at Call of Duty, but that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. It's over with. I have a career now, and now I'm trying to make a comeback in the gaming industry, trying to make this a career again. So basically, obviously this is more towards Fortnite, because that is the where I'm in right now. That's one of the organization that I have. It's in Fortnite, for those of you that don't know. So this is more based towards Fortnite players, but overall I feel like this can reach anyone. If it helps, it helps. If not, then I'm sorry I wasted your time. But so for Fortnite players, I have seen a lot of you saying you're gonna quit, you're demotivated, your parents aren't helping you, or maybe your parents are helping you, but you're just demotivated because of what the community thinks about you, or what people are saying about you, or what someone that's hasn't made it is saying about you, and they're mad because they haven't made it. And this is for both parties: people who aren't making it and the people that are hating on people that aren't making it. And even for the people that have made it and are putting people down, like, it's not what you should be doing. First of all, because if esports is gonna make it at all and be legitimate, everyone has to be together. No matter what. This is going to be a team effort. We all got to put in the work to make sure this is a legitimate thing, and that we all can make this a successful business. Because at the end of the day, if we're all hating on each other, we're not going to make it, man. It is what it is. That's just the straight up truth. We all bringing each other down. It just doesn't make sense, because we're all on the same boat right now. And that's just straight up. But basically, again, talking about Fortnite, Fortnite competitive. If you're a Fortnite competitive player, and that's solely what you want to do, then you have to put in that time and effort to be the best. You can't slack off. You You can't do whatever you want to do. You can't just, play Valorant at night or whatever. If you want to be a professional at Fortnite, you gotta grind, man, and you gotta place in events. Okay, if you're not, look straight up, if you're not placing consistently in finals and all that, and competing at the highest level every time, then then you have to consider, you gotta take other stuff in consideration. And what I mean by that is, grinding your content, streaming events, you know, you know, esports as a whole is just like the NFL or the NBA, right? You have, your youth where you grind, and like use basketball for example. The people that make it into the NBA, they're competing at the highest level from when they were little. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they go to college, and that's the highest level for their age, and then they go to the NBA, right? So they're all grinding, and they all want to make it to the NBA. But what people forget, okay, you didn't make it to the NBA, but you still have basketball as your passion, right? So there's other routes you can go to make basketball your career, like not as a player but as a coach, or as an assistant, or as a production for the company for the NBA, like the Lakers or something, or an analyst, or anything like that. You get where I'm going with it. It's the same thing with esports. So if you can't compete, create content. Content is a whole nother beast that people are not taking advantage of. Highlights, they're cool, man, but everyone makes highlights. You gotta be unique. You gotta stream events. People are gonna be watching your events. You gotta create videos, tutorials on how you place, how all that. Analyze other people's gameplay. Make a video on that, or even use what you have right now, the followers and the exposure that you have right now. Use that and capitalize on it. It doesn't necessarily just have to be Fortnite. It could be anything. Like you going and out with your homies, just vlog it. Make content with it. You got to take advantage of the exposure you have, because you never know, someone might like it, and then someone will suggest that to someone else, and then your content will just grow. You can't be short-minded and tunnel vision just in Fortnite competitive. You got to use what you have now and build on it. You can't just think you're gonna keep doing the same thing, and get a return out of nowhere. You got to work for it. And with like the whole thing with NBA and all that, and with competitive. If you want to be just pure competitive, you got to put in the work. You have to be placing, and if you're not placing, you got to keep other things in mind. It's like when people who don't make it to college, for basketball, they have to take another route, and this is basically what you have to do to make it in the esports a career. If you're just trying to make Fortnite a career, then that's a different story. You just have to put in the time. But if you want to make esports career, there's other routes you can go, and you don't have to give up on your dreams. You just have to look for a different route. There's always a way to the top. You just have to find it, and you have to grind for it. A lot of you guys are young, 15, some of you even 14 or younger, whatever, but you have a lot of time. And then some, even the kids, the people that are like 17, 18, ready to go to college, it is a big decision for you guys to make. But you go to college and you get a degree on whatever you need to get, and if you're happy like that, cool. But I honestly believe if you want to make esports a career, then you have to take it very seriously and do what's best for your brand, and you have to grow it. If you don't want to grow it, then maybe this isn't the career for you. This is something that like, again, I take very passionately, because I went that route. I unfortunately, my parents took away all my stuff at the age of 16. I had to take a 2-year break because I didn't have access to anything. Once I turned 18, I got out of the house. I got my own thing, and I started doing my own thing. I have a career now. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but I'm an electrical foreman. I make decent money now, and I can provide myself pretty well, and kind of fund an org. Some of you know. So I'm happy with that, I'm content, but I also, you know, this is my dream, right? So that's why I'm very passionate about it. This is what I want to do. I'm willing to take the steps necessary to make this my career. Um, and some of you have to face that harsh reality that, you have to grind for this, man. And I'm nowhere near successful in this industry, but I'm willing to grind for it. And some of you, I just don't see the passion that you need to make it. And if you do have that passion, you have to show it. You have to take things seriously. You have to grind your content. You have to, even if you're a pro player, say, like, again, you're a competitive player, like I said, you got to grind for that. But I suggest you still grind your content, man, because like people are saying, Fortnite, what if it dies? Okay, you have to you have your brand still, right? So say if Fortnite dies, if you have your brand, meaning you have 5,000 followers that followed you on Fortnite, as long as you're building your content, at least some of those people are gonna follow you. And as long as you're passionate about it and you go about it the right way, you're gonna reach people no matter what. There's so many people in the world that will watch you. I'm telling you, don't get discouraged if you have one viewer in your Twitch stream. You just have to grind it. You gotta be put in front of people's faces. Yes, there's a lot of luck involved in getting exposure, but the time that you're not putting into this is just it's a missed opportunity. It is taking a lot of time from your outside life. I do understand that, and that's why I brought up the fact of go out with your friends, but film it. Have a good time, but film it. Make a vlog of it. Make content out of it. A lot of people want content, no matter what it is. They want to watch something, right? Like TV, it's going out the window here pretty soon. So everything's leaning towards YouTube, Twitch. Everything's leaning towards online. So as long as you're putting something out, someone might watch it, and then someone might, give you the exposure that you need. It's all missed opportunities in this industry. You just have to keep grinding at it, keep chipping away at it, and find a good support system. And by support system, like, you can use my organization for an example. 5G is a newer org, but we offer those brand building capabilities. We offer free editing, free design, free exposure on our platform, what we can give you. And I'm not saying it's for everybody. A lot of you are looking for short-term money, but sometimes that's not even worth it. If you're going to college, right, and you don't want to make this career, then man, maybe the money's for you. Maybe that's what you need, is that short-term money to get you by on some bills, help your parents out. It is what it is. But if you want to take this seriously, you got to find a support system, people that are willing to help you. Like, I didn't have abilities like this where teams were offering to help me with design, editing, or help me how to grow my brand, right? And we're not the only ones that do it. I know, like, for example, in the Fortnite scene, TRNL, us, I think Pure, they all do it. We all give free editing, free design to help you build your brand, so you can capitalize on, the amount of exposure that you have now and try to build that. So as long as you find a good, I guess, team or support system, a group of friends that are willing to help each other out, film content, stuff like that. Content is king, guys. Like, especially in this industry, like, that's what's going to give you exposure is getting your brand out there. Obviously, some people do make it just purely on competitive Call of Duty, Valorant, and stuff like that. But that's a select few. It's just like the NFL, just like the NBA. It's a select few. But other people that want to be in that industry, they find ways around it. And for this industry, it's content creation, and obviously other things like management, advertisement. All of it's, there's always something that you can get into. You just have to find the right one. And like I said, this goes back to finding the correct support system to help you find what you need to do. And that's just, obviously, that's what my organization is based off of, mostly, is trying to help you grow your brand. And some of you know that, but, I don't really want to talk too much about my org. I just want to give my advice and what I think. And, you can't just give up on yourself. If you really want to make this career, you have to find alternative methods to make it. And that being, I believe, is mainly content for some of you. Because some of you don't have the skills to be management. Some of you don't have the skills to be analysts. Some of you don't have the skills to, edit, design, whatever it may be. But you have to find an alternative. If competitive isn't the way, I'm sorry, but that's the sad truth. You're not if you can't compete at the highest level, then you have to find a different way. It's not something to be ashamed of. That's just you grinding to make this your dream, make your dream a reality, right? And that's what I've done. I haven't competed. I do for content, but I took a different route, and that's in owning an organization and managing players, and that's my route to my dream, right? That's what I am going to do to try to successfully, get into the esports world and be successful in it. And this is what the route I'm taking. And I guess this is me trying to just tell you guys what I think you have to do. Take it how it is. This is no way trying to shame anybody. This is just me giving my thoughts. If you agree with them, cool. If not, it is what it is. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and this is just my opinion. If I get hate for it, it is what it is. But reach out to me if you need any questions or any advice that you need. I'm here. I'm more about building people across all of platforms and trying to help people rather than bring them down. Like I said, I take this very passionate, and it's just sad to see people giving up on their dreams, and even people on my team. It's just demotivating because I've been in those shoes, and coming back was the best decision I've ever made. I'm happy, I'm content, and overall, it's a good scene to be in, and take it how it is. This is just my message, and yeah. If you have any questions, just DM me. My Twitter is Revo5G, if you don't know who I am. And yeah, like I said, have any questions, just hit me up. Later, guys. I hope you enjoy what I said, or if you didn't, I'm sorry. I just had to get my thoughts out there. Alright, guys. Later.